I'm just gonna record this on video. This heater is not working right. It's pretty cold in here and it just comes on for 1 minute. I've timed it approximately. And then it just shuts itself off. It's cold, it's not keeping up. It might be 34 degrees outside or something like that. So it's pretty cold. For some reason this thing just comes on and then turns off in 1 minute. It's done this like, sometimes it waits 5 minutes before it comes on again. Oh, there it goes. Now it's coming on. Now the fan you hear is our furnace in here. That's already running because we weren't planning on using our propane furnace, but this thing's not working right. But now you can kind of hear something. So now it's spooling up. There's no air coming out at this point. It just spools up here. And then it starts to warm up, and then it blows, and it blows for about 1 minute, and then it shuts off. We'll see on this, since I'm doing a video, see how long. It just doesn't stay on, and it's cold in here. Let's see if I can see it. Temperature is about 58, maybe 60, maybe actually 62. I don't know if this really, there we go. Somewhere around 60 degrees, and that's up here. Anyway, it hasn't even started blowing. Oh, it's starting to just barely put some warm out. It's not really blowing yet. So, this is the Midea. Let's see, I'll show this what this is here. See the model number. It's a heat pump system, 12,000 BTUs. I guess up to 14,000. Now it's starting to blow out a little bit. So I know this cycle will be different from the rest. In the past, it just turns itself off once it starts really blowing. It seems like it's still trying to warm up or something. And this other furnace is set to 62 degrees. It seems to be doing the trick. You know, it came on a few minutes ago and shut off. And I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can turn the heat up on this. I've tried 70. I mean, it's 60 in here. You know, I've tried 70. I've tried 75. It doesn't matter. It just turns itself on like this. It starts to spool up. It's not even blowing very hard right now. I mean, I can even just for the video's sake, I can just turn it up here to. You can. This fan is blowing a little bit harder now. There it is. It just shut itself off. Now it's still blowing the fan. But whatever was creating the heat is shut down. The compressor, you can hear that it's shut down. So obviously something is wrong. 62 degrees in here, and it doesn't even want to warm up to 70. Now it's cold air. I mean, it's not warm, it's just circulating the cold 60-degree air in here. And then it just shuts itself down, then it tries again, you know. So it was 62, 3, 4 degrees, maybe 63 degrees. Up there anyway, but down here where it sucks the air in, it's a little bit cooler. So I just wanted to show a full cycle of this in action because we're counting on this heater, we're relying on it, and now we're low on propane, and we're starting to use our propane heater because this thing is, I mean, it was maybe 50 degrees earlier when I first came out here. It was so cold in here. Maybe less than that before I turned on our propane furnace. But yeah, it's just circulating the, oh, and it just sets itself down, and that's a full cycle. So it'll wait a couple of minutes, and then it'll do the whole thing over again. Just turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, which is not even nearly enough to keep up with the cold. So I don't know what to do about this, but we've had other problems. The heater, usually I have to set it way down to 60 because it turns on and it won't turn off. It'll be blowing maybe up to 6 degrees over the set temperature, maybe 7 even. But I've recorded 6 degrees over before it shuts itself down, so it's quite a bit hotter. So we've had that problem. It's been doing that. So normally I put it on 60 and then it's blowing it until it gets pretty warm in here. See, there it is. It's coming on. You can kind of hear something there. Compressors kind of spooling up in there, and it just repeats the same cycle. So I guess it's, you know, I don't know how many minutes you would call the actual heat because it wasn't really blowing air, but it blows air, hot air, for about a minute or up to 2 minutes before it shuts itself down. It does all the spooling up, and there's no air coming out during all of this. It just runs through this cycle over and over and over again. So just wanted to document that. But yeah, but we've had other problems also. If you don't have the tube connected in the back, like the manual says, it doesn't shut itself down and give you a code. It did that one time out of the whole 2 or 3 months now that we've owned this. I guess probably going on 3 months now. It's shut itself down. Yeah, it's just something's not working right with this thing. But yeah, it's starting another cycle, so I guess I'll just turn this off. It just does this over and over and over again. Still not really blowing. I feel warmth though right here, like it's just kind of seeping up out of this thing. But it spools up for a while. It blows for, you know, up to 2 minutes or so. I mean, when it's really blowing, it's like a minute or two. There's a spooling up process where you can barely feel like some air is moving a little bit, but it's not really blowing, and it's cold. My furnace shut itself down. So yeah, it just does this over and over, and it just gets, like if my furnace wasn't running, it would just get colder and colder in here. You still see it's about 63 degrees or something. And yep, this is turning on and off like this. I mean, using most of the time to spool up, and then giving you about a minute to 2 minutes of actual blowing hot air like it should. We're going backwards in temperature in this place. Unless I use some other supplemental heat. It's quite disappointing. This is Midea. Something just kind of shuddered again. Oh, it didn't even want to blow that time. So it's not even consistent every single time. Oh, now it's starting to blow a little bit. I don't know what's going on. it's blowing up. Whatever was warmth is dissipating. Now it's getting cooler. Yeah. It's like it wants to come on, and it shuts itself down. It's almost like it needs to go through like one of those defrost cycles, but it never does. It doesn't do anything. It just turns on and turn off, turn on and turn off. So I guess every cycle is not exactly the same as the last, but the compressor's already shut down. It's just blowing the 63-degree air now that's in here. I mean, it doesn't matter what I put the temperature on it. If it's warmer than what it is in here, it just does the same thing over and over. Yeah, it's just blowing cool air now. I mean, I've tried it on heat mode as well. I've done it on all the mode, or on heat and on auto. It's on auto right now because heat mode wasn't working. But it doesn't matter. It does the same thing for auto or heat mode. There, it's shutting down. But anyway, I changed